All right, next up, we're gonna go check in on our buddy Tim Pool. I got a quick minute clip here, and so I don't really pay attention to what Tim Pool does because I have better things to do. But I kind of wish that I was paying attention to him because he, yeah. By the way, this is a reference to what he said at the start of the thing where he claimed that Trump was going to win 30% of the black vote, and ended up getting 12%. Little bit off there, buddy. Little bit off, Davey. Little bit off.
Yeah. But anyway.
That's a pretty good track record. I don't think you're going to find major instances where I consistently, over a long period of time, got things wrong. But if I get everything wrong, I think you will probably hold me to account. You know how you do it? You'll probably stop watching. And that's probably what you should be doing.
Okay, we're going to stop watching then. All right. Okay.
Yeah, okay. Stop watching. Thanks, Dave. Thanks, Dave, for giving us that great free market of ideas advice. We'll take it.
Yeah. Yes. So we're going to go check on our friend Tim Pool here because Tim Pool's going to say something in this next 90 seconds that, in my opinion, completely discredits him for time evermore. Take a look. I'll let you know when he says it.
They know they're going to get steamrolled in the election. I really don't see the Democrats winning this. I think it's fair to say Trump's going to win re-election. I think Trump might have a massive, massive victory, which
just before or after COVID.
I think we're looking at a Trump victory, man. Trump 2020 landslide, even with everything going on with COVID. I think that's what we can expect.
During COVID.
I wouldn't be surprised at all if Trump had a 49-state landslide. I think.
Okay, hold it. Right there. That
49-state landslide.
That statement right there.
Nothing that has ever happened in the history of ever for any president at all, not even Reagan.
Okay, 49 states. What state would
49 of the 50 states?
Okay, but let's see.
Something that
which state is he excluding?
Reagan.
Which fucking state was he excluding? California or what?
Yeah, I know. Okay, so first of all right. So to explain, to again explain why this claim is ludicrous on its head.
49 states requiring he'd win some of the deepest blue states we have.
Yes, exactly. I mean, now seriously, like for real, like okay, so the truth of the matter, again, just to kind of, I want to make sure that this is an idea that everyone carries with them for every election for the rest of your lives. There are only about 15 states in this country that are actually competitive. And the other 35 states, the election is over before it begins. Those states are going to go red or blue no matter what. So now I said that in my nightmare scenario matchup of Donald Trump versus Bernie Sanders, it would be a 40-10 state win for Trump. But even getting to 40 would be a hell of a climb there. 49 states. Okay, so I'm curious there, Tim. Which you're implying that some of the deepest blue states are gonna go, like, let's say you give him say California. Let's say you give Biden California. Fine. You're telling me New York, Hawaii, fucking I don't know, Vermont, Delaware. Those states are going blue, are going red.
Like. Are you thinking that Pennsylvania,
like
the
West
place
Virginia?
where Joe Biden was born, would go immediately to red because, okay, what? What made you think that?
I mean, okay, yes, Pennsylvania went red in 2016. Fine. That was the first time it had gone red in quite some time. And Trump was bleeding out in that Pennsylvania. Now, so yeah. Now, it would be one thing if it was just, he said it once, like, okay, slip of the tongue, I wasn't thinking straight. Fine. He doubles down on it. Like, listen, he doubles down on this shit.
If you could see a 49-state landslide, we may be looking at a Mondale-Reagan type scenario where Trump landslides 49 states. And we may see
Reagan did not landslide 49 states, though.
Maybe a 50-state landslide. That'd be amazing. I think
50-state landslide.
That won't be a landslide. That'll be a massacre, complete victory. Nobody voted for Biden at all.
There is no president in the history of ever that won 49 states.
538, every single electoral vote. We all know Joe Biden will lose. Like, let's be real, man. As I've stated 1,000,001 times, Donald Trump's going to win. The Republicans are going to sweep. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Biden has defeated Donald Trump.
God damn it.
Remind me again, Sharpwing Legion, why you link me this idiot when it comes to the election.
Everything I told you will be wrong and completely meaningless. So
what
keep
made
that in
you
mind.
think that everybody is going to completely vote for Biden? What?
538 electoral votes? Tim, are you sniffing shit? Are you high?
Literally, when he said 49, he must have meant everybody but California, because there's no way he'd be able to cop California.
And then he just says, fuck it, let's go 50 states. Let's go every one of the 530 electoral votes.
You fucking nutcase.
What made you think that there are some people in the United States?
What's even more disgusting, right? He claimed this would be like a Reagan-esque victory. Reagan never won 49 states. No president in the history of ever, not even George Washington, won 49 states because we didn't have 50 states at that point.
Serious, don't even bring fucking bring me into this. Don't you do it. Don't you fucking not you. You can bring him in. Tim, don't fucking bring the Gipper into this, okay? Don't you fucking do it.
Don't bring Jellybean Man into this.
I fucking want to know what made him convinced that we have over 300 million people in the United States. From what I remember as of 2019.
330 million people, yeah.
I'm just saying, I think
who thought that every single man, woman, and child who had to deal with this guy for the past 4 years, from the COVID to the Ukraine impeachment trials to to us coming close to war because Trump wanted to play with a toy and ended up blowing an Iranian general out of it. What made him think that 330 million people looked at all of that and go, harder, daddy?
This isn't surprising coming from the fact that Tim Pool was also one of the people that said the Mueller report was a nothing burger.
Yeah, a bit more than nothing burger.
I mean, it did
a lot more than a nothing burger.
It let us know that even though Trump tried to whittle his way out of it, it did not deny the fact that Russia can and will and tried to meddle in the affairs of the United States, not just in the elections, but in every sense of the word, all the U.S. affairs.
Yeah, and now they're doing cyber attacks against us
because they couldn't even get into our machines. We ended up finding out that indeed this was the most secure election in our history. We managed to not get influenced by Russia interfering with our voting machines because we're too busy.
Zombie Hugo Chavez, on the other hand.
Helios, I feel like you would be doing a public service by doing more debunking of Tim Pool shit. Because one big thing that would constantly come back at us with the Sharpcast was, Tim Pool said this, Tim Pool said this. Oh yeah,
I would be
Tim Pool
more than happy to dedicate myself to debunking this guy's garbage, but I don't know if I have the time to do it.
This guy is pretty busy.
Well, here's the thing. There is a reason people think Tim Pool has this accreditation. For one, he was one of the people that helped found Vox as a news company. He actually was an award-winning journalist when it came to Occupy Wall Street. So
that's where he kind of made his name.
Yeah, Tim Pool was established. Tim Pool was an established name, and then he got kicked out of the industry, and everybody wondered why. And so he establishes his own YouTube channel. He establishes his own news network, which is Subverse News.
Yeah,
and
he's putting on garbage like this.
Yeah, and this is his master reporting.
Yeah, the galaxy brain. Donald Trump's gonna sweep every single state in the republic. Okay, all right, buddy.
How could you have hit so hard with things like Occupy Wall Street, really deep, meaningful issues of the American populace, win an award for that shit, and somehow manage to pump out this nonsense?
How did Rudy Giuliani go from being America's mayor to a guy who's giving a press conference wedged between a porn shop and a funeral parlor?
Good fucking point.
And at one point went in front of cameras.
What the fuck happened?
And
I've said it a million times. I'll say it a million one more. A lot of people on the right, up to and including Rick Wilson, who have worked with Rudy Giuliani in the past, they are stunned by the fact that he has gone off the deep end. Like, nobody can really explain it.
So none of this was like expected. It was just something that happened.
Though, again, I will point out that somewhere on the internet there is a video clip of Donald Trump motorboating Rudy Giuliani in drag. So,
oh God, I don't want to think of that.
There is no way.
There is.
There is no way.
There is. Rick Wilson was there when they shot that It was a gag reel back when Rudy was. It was a gag reel for back when Rudy was still mayor of New York, and Rick was there when they shot this. Rudy was dressed up in his drag queen persona, Rudina, I believe the name is, and he's got this pair of fake tits that Donald Trump is motorboating, and there was a clip of that somewhere on the internet.
So was it like a joke?
Yeah, well, the whole thing was a joke, but still, it exists. It's out there.
I mean, that actually does sound hilarious, but it doesn't seem like that joke aged like a fine wine.
No, it's not.
No, I'm about to
In
puke
fact,
up
it
from
actually
this
makes
shit.
me question that wrinkly old farty man's sexuality now.
Well, I mean, this is the guy who was jerking off to a supposed 15-year-old girl in Borat, so...
Nearly. Holy shit, glad that didn't happen.
My lord, yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
We're just gonna coincidentally forget that.
All right, let's go back to the cringe compilation here. Now we're getting to the point where these guys are starting to get really, really angry at the fact that things are not really going their way. So, let's open up with...
To all my Trump supporters, this is America!
Is that guy gonna fart?
Again.
I anticipated that. He'd be so angry, he about to shit his pants.
It looked like he was gonna fart. Seriously.
Dimension, we are not prepared to give that.
Oh, this clip
we got this guy again.
The media's covering up. The Biden crime family stealing this election.
From a different angle.
From a different angle.
The Biden crime family stealing this election.
Speaking of which,
we want our freedom for the
at the
world.
time of this
Give us our
recording,
freedom, Joe
I went to the
Biden.
store
The
earlier
Biden's covering
tonight.
up this election.
Uh-huh.
He's stealing it.
This guy was there?
No, but something similar.
I like
a woman
how-
had a mask on, but didn't cover her nose.
I just want to point out, I like how that burger beer like barbecue guy did that, right? He just like went off on this fucking tirade, and then he just calmly walks away.
Yeah, it's like, all right. I said all I needed to say.
Yeah, I'm done. I
good.
said my piece. I'm gonna go back to work now.
Does he have work?
I don't know. He's probably out of work. Maybe the whole reason he's pissed off is because he lost his job to the pandemic. You know.
Yeah, he's blaming the wrong guy for it. But
gotta take that into consideration. Some
That's
people are
possibility,
genuinely angry for a good reason right now.
yeah, that's a good reason. The problem is they're blaming the wrong people. You know.
Yeah, they're blaming the wrong people, but we're all guilty of that.
Uh-huh. All right, so let's take a look at. We got Alex Jones again.
It's just a different angle. I love it.
Arrest Joe Biden for
what?
They never get to that part.
It's election fraud, right? That's what you want to arrest him for.
They never say.
Is that a rainbow rocket ship?
That is, I believe, no. Okay, so all right, hold on.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it for a second here.
All right.
So that is that is actually a real space shuttle mission patch. I believe it was from one of the Department of Defense missions, but it's been repurposed as a Space Force mission patch. Why? I have no idea.
Wow,
but
they're fucking stealing from anything. I remember at one point.
Yeah,
their
I'm
idea of
actually
Space
pissed off
Force
at
was-
Alex Jones now because I know that's a legit space shuttle mission patch for Department of Defense mission.
You know, it's really funny. I didn't know Alex Jones was pro-gay rights. I mean, look at that rainbow.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's a good point too. I'm proud of.
I guess he just didn't like the frogs.
He actually wants them to put the chemicals in the water that makes the frogs gay. He's,
maybe.
he's a double
I guess
agent.
they do.
He's a double agent. He's pro-gay frog rights.
I don't want free frogs. I can sell for gay humans.
He's the one actually playing four-dimensional chess or whatever it is.
Look,
so.
look, I ain't got a problem with gays. I just got a problem with chemicals that make things gay against their will.
Can somebody tell me where in the hell is the GOP? Where are they at? Where is the House and the Senate Republicans?
Where they've always
Why are they
been.
not helping President Trump?
Where
They
they've
kept
always
their
been.
fucking offices.
I'm
Why
confused.
bother?
Because
Okay, all right. I want to pause for a second. This is the video clip I wanted you guys to see. First of all, once again, this is the Black Trump supporter. And number two, this actually gives a really good idea into the current mindset of the true believers, which is that they're looking at people like Mitch McConnell or Brian Kemp as traitors because they're not helping Trump pull off his little pretend coup d'etat. Well, not pretend, real coup d'etat here.
Remember, Mitch McConnell that won't spend on austerity measures because it's fun to fuck over the American people.
Exactly. Yeah, that Mitch McConnell.
That's the traitor to these kind of people.
Yeah, but remember I said that to Donald Trump is transactional. If you ever does something for you, he expects you to do something for him. Whether it's like he could be giving you a fucking ride to work, and then like 5 years later he'll be tweeting at you like, I gave Sharpwing a ride to work, but he didn't vote for me. I did everything for him. You know, that's kind of the mindset that Trump has, and it's the mindset that these people have adopted now. Their idea is that if you're the GOP, you're supposed to be in lockstep.
It's like I just retweet with, bro, I paid for the gas.
It's even happening tonight. About before we ended up recording the Sharpcast, Trump was complaining about this one politician. I forgot what the fuck it was, but he basically endorsed this guy. They were asking Trump to endorse this one politician.
It was a judge for the Wisconsin Supreme Court. Yeah.
Yes. Okay, thank you. And basically, the guy sided on the law instead of Trump's whiny temper tantrum throwing ass. And then, per Trump fashion, he threw a temper tantrum on Twitter.
Yeah. I mean, it's this very transactional nature. It's that, you know, ask not what I can do for you. Ask what you can do for me.
So, and also, this is like a thought here. Isn't hashtag bitch McConnell trending on the MAGA end right now?
I don't know.
All I know is about Moscow Mitch. I don't know about bitch McConnell.
I know.
World War III Twitter is trending for some reason.
I'm fucking what?
I'm gonna take a look here. No, I think it's just I think it's a rapper thing or whatever. Or it might be like back when everyone's kind of thinking back to the thing that started this podcast, when we almost got involved in World War III. Everyone's kind of remember that start of the year.
Yeah, panicking. Kind of
don't worry, the world is not.
It didn't end with World War III, but we nearly got killed off because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, the world's not coming to an end yet. Be optimistic. We always have to keep our optimism.
Yeah, anyway, let's go back to this fella here. See what he's a little peeved about.
President Trump endorsed half of those people. And President Trump...
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Those people. Where the hell are they at?
He didn't endorse the other half.
President Trump supported the House and the Senate Republicans. He's the reason why some of them got reelected. Now, where are they at? They need to help him get reelected. These Democrats are trying to steal this damn election from the American people. They are corrupt. They are stealing.
Some projection here, obviously.
Where is the Republicans at? Where is the GOP?
Because it's only cool when the Republicans do it. That's the magic of the R, baby.
They better step up for President
Bill Maher
Trump.
brought up about this.
If you want support from us, you better step up.
I gotta say, something that's impressive is when you are very clearly trying to steal the election, and what you're doing is like a bait and switch, or you're trying to accuse the people you're trying to cheat of being the ones.
Yeah, we're not cheating the election. You're trying to cheat the election.
It's like
we're not in bed with Russia. You're in bed with Russia.
I'm not stupid. You're stupid.
You know,
it's cool when we do this shit because, as I said, the magic of the R.
we saw that earlier where that one guy was like, "I'm not cool."
I just imagine this as being that one guy saying, "Yeah, you could say the N-word, bro," and then the moment you say it, he just socks you in the face.
Also, Gonzo, I sent you the recording for.
Okay, thank you. Once we get done with this, I'll get started on it. Well, actually, when Sharpwing gets this fucking shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll get that to you once we're done here. Actually.
Yeah.
This don't make no sense. Why aren't they letting these Democrats do this?
Yeah,
why do they? Why
are they letting the Democrats
win? They need to step
win?
up and do something.
Why did
We got
the
a rhino drop.
Democrats?
That's pretty good.
They always let these Democrats run us over.
Yeah.
Don't make no sense.
Too bad
This
Mitch
is not
McConnell,
right.
Lindsey
This is
Graham,
not
Jim
fair.
Jordan, Susan
I'm
Collins,
pissed off
all those
with
kept their
the
seats.
GOP. I'm about done with half of them. After this, I don't know if I'm going to support half of those senators. I don't know if I'm going to support
Well, you
all
know,
of
you
those
only get 2
Republicans in the
senators,
House.
so-
I don't know. If they can't support
Yeah,
Trump,
so-
then I can't
So you're only
going
gonna
to
get one senator
That's
per?
straight up.
You're
And
only going to
that's
vote for one
just how it's
senator
gonna
now?
be.
Is that what you're saying
I
here,
can't
bud?
get down
Only
with
the
those
Republican
people
senators
if they
because-
can't step up and defend
What's your
President
fucking-
Trump
I
and
think what he
defend
means is
America.
if I think
President
you
Trump
weren't
is
sucking
trying
Trump's
to
toes,
save
I won't
this
vote for
country.
you.
Ew!
Pretty much.
I don't want to know what toes,
and
what kind of
defend
toes Donald
President
Trump has.
for
Jesus.
them.
Yeah, all
Gout.
right, let's see
Straight
what he
up.
said here, because there was a
And that's
caption
just
here.
how it's gonna be. I can't get down with those people if they can't step up and defend President Trump and defend America. President Trump is trying to save this country.
How
Why?
exactly?
By burning
He's
it to the
killed
ground?
300,000
Let me calm
Americans.
down.
Yeah, what is he
Let me
saving?
calm down. I'm just pissed off with the GOP. I'm pissed off with them. I'm so pissed off. We got them reelected. We got these people back in office. We had their back. We helped them raise money. President Trump helped those people raise money. He helped them out, and they ain't nowhere to be found.
Yeah, all
The
the money
GOP
going
can
towards
kiss
what? His
my
fucking
black
Mar-a-Lago resort and not
Okay.
to his death?
Yeah.
Math time
Oh,
for
oh,
Democrats.
this is good. Oh, this is great. Listen to
Washington
this.
State is a red
This is some
state.
mock-up.
Washington State is red.
No.
Yeah,
We
you're
won
gonna
the
love this.
election.
Listen to this. This is amazing.
The majority of Washington State is red. The only majority that you guys have is the numbers.
That's the only one that matters!
Majority that you
How the
got-
fuck does he say this dumb shit with a straight face? The
That's
only
how you win an
majority
election
you guys have
with
is the
numbers.
numbers.
That's
You
the only
basically
majority that
convinced-
matters.
So what? You're trying to say all the people that own land are red? Good for you. It's
Good looking
to
to
know
land
that-
to vote.
You know what? You know what? You know what? Maybe we've misunderstood this guy, right? I think he's trying to say that the bluest of bluest people can live on red-owned land, and as such, we should be much kinder to Republicans because they allow us to live on their red land, right?
That's a possibility.
My fuck. How am I still alive?
How
'Cause
kind?
my county
how
is the
kind of them? How kind of them to let us live on their red land?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Watch this. Watch this. It gets better. It gets better.
Oh Lord.
have is the numbers. And that only applies to voting. It doesn't apply to anything else. We have the majority of land, that footprint, that
Thank you.
area
Doesn't
between
vote,
the borders is
Thank you,
primarily
editor.
Republican. It has
This-
nothing to do with
I'm
the amount of
loving the
people
editor
living
here.
there.
Wait, is
it
he-
has to do with the majority of
I think I get it.
ground,
I think I get it. Right?
Okay.
So he's referring to the original Articles of Confederation where only landowners could vote.
Possibly.
So this man traveled back in time all the way to the 1700s, and he still
I will
thinks that's
point
the
out
law
that
of the land.
Washington State didn't even exist back then.
Yeah.
Well, fucking obviously.
But you know what? I want to go with the idea that this man is just trying to talk about how kind Republicans have been to Democrats by letting them vote on their red land. You know, just such good, upstanding people they are. So kind.
Unfortunately, he's about to destroy his whole argument. Check this
Oh
out.
boy.
Yeah.
Majority of land. Do you understand that? We still have 40% of the population amount of people living there. It has to do with the majority of ground, the majority of land owned. Do you understand that? We still have 40% of the population here. You have only got about 60% of it. So you put your little 60% on the
Uh-huh.
Wait.
40%
So,
of the land.
So is he claiming that because Republicans own that land, people are going to feel forced or influenced to vote that person's way?
I haven't been held at gunpoint and demanded that I vote for Trump instead of Biden. Nobody at
Oh,
the
yeah,
fucking
like-
co- Not only that,
I
my voting place, when I did it, I was doing early voting.
I remember when Schaefer, the guy that owns like 3/4 of the buildings and land masses in this county, went to people's doors and forced them by gun with his redneck cartel to vote Trump. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
my voting place when I did early voting, it was at the courthouse. I was surprised no fucking sheriff in any of the floors that I tried to travel to get to the polling place held up me up at gunpoint and said, "You better vote for Trump, or else I'm going to put a bullet in your head."
Bro, I think just because of what this guy did, the redneck cartel will now be a thing.
Ain't they
you
already?
better vote for Mitch McConnell in the next election.
I'm surprised this hasn't been a thing already. Like a redneck cartel.
Yeah, like a redneck cartel, like a fucking a landowner that goes around trying to strong arm voters.
All right.
Probably does happen. We may just not know about it.
But yeah, let's go on with this guy's galaxy brain math here, where somehow 40 is greater than 60 or something. I don't know.
40 is pretty.
We've got it in the big old elephant footprints. We have the majority of gun owners, majority of patriotism. We have the majority. Ever play Risk? Put all your army in Madagascar. Do you ever win?
So are you saying that because you have a monopoly on violence, you win?
That surely shows how sane you are.
Yeah.
If you're going to be threatening everybody with their fucking lives.
Do you know what's funny here? He assumes there are no Democrat gun owners. Do you know what the difference between Republican and Democrat gun owners is?
What?
Democrat gun owners aren't going to tell people they have a gun.
I think that's true.
Like,
Probably until some inconvenience.
Do you know why?
I believe a clip I remember from Parking Wars explained this, because if you try to show off your gun when a minor inconvenience happens, you will be seen as a bit of a threat.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but how does it help you if somebody who's planning on robbing your home, attacking your family, or assaulting you knows what you're packing?
Oh, so you're talking about keeping things secret so that way you don't give away your plans to the enemy.
Yeah, kind of like how you don't tell people who you vote for in this
Yeah,
climate.
exactly.
Like, do people think Democrats, like, just reveal their whole bag of tricks? Like, I have a fucking bazooka in my basement, one Democrat says. Yeah, that'd be really fucking smart to tell people.
Yeah. So now
I actually have an M1 Abrams buried underneath my house, says another Democrat.
Good luck finding me. I'm behind 7 proxies.
All right. Speaking of proxies, here we got Alex Jones again.
Oh, Jesus. Not again.
This is the clip we saw earlier, but yeah, it's Alex Jones.
Good morning, we the people. Who's ready to go to Washington,
Did she just
D.C.
fart?
tomorrow? Huh? Who's going?
No, she's hitting
Show
rough
of hands.
patches.
Put it underneath my post. Who's going to Washington, D.C.?
By the way, that's the
Because
fucking
the
windshield
media
wiper.
don't get
Son
to
of a
call
bitch.
a fucking
I thought she
election.
was just
We the
farting like
people
fucking Rudy
voted.
Giuliani.
We the people get to pick our president. Okay?
No shit.
So this is coming to an end with the
No
fraud and the corruption and
you believe
everything
you're
on
the
the
only
left.
people that
'Cause
exist?
I told you, I warned you that a
Yeah.
vote for Biden is a vote for Obama's third term. Did you hear Chuck the fucking schmuck Schumer? Let's
Wow, you're
change
making a good
America.
case.
That's what you get. That's what all
I
you
wanna ask,
motherfuckers on
does
the
she
left
chain
get
smoke and how
for
much?
For voting for fucking
I think she's just
Biden,
from Jersey.
Okay? We
You
know
know-
he didn't win legally. We know he didn't.
Well,
Biden
again,
had-
I remember one of
Only a
Stern's
point, right?
personalities, real quick.
wanna make
Marianne
a
from
point.
Brooklyn. She sounded like a fucking crow. That's.
I want to make a.
That's at least we hadn't gotten to that yet.
I want to make one point, right? This lady would have had a point if Biden had made Obama his VP, and here's why. Most people will argue a George W. Bush presidency wasn't necessarily a George W. Bush presidency, because one thing a lot of people will bring up is how much involvement VP Cheney had involved with that presidency.
Yeah, Dick Cheney was the real brains behind the operation there.
Yeah. By the way, I want to point out Dick Cheney wanted a statue of Saddam Hussein just to say, "Haha, I got your statue, bitch."
Too bad it
Sounds
got
about right.
toppled.
And they destroyed the statue just so Dick Cheney couldn't have it.
Sounds about right, yeah.
I love it.
We know stealing and the corruption and slur of the house. You can keep watching Fox fucking News because we don't watch it no more. Okay? Trump 2020,
Good.
motherfucker. Fuck out of here because I'm going tomorrow.
What do you watch?
And my voice will be heard. And
Newsmax
I will be
and
passing
OM.
out letters.
Two pass up, of course. Stop the count, Detroit, and count the votes in Flagstaff. Yeah, when I heard, this is when I knew, like, oh god, it's about to get dumb. It's about to get real stupid here. Like that when it happened. And this. This fella again.
We'll cut it out.
To all my Trump supporters, this
I had to do that. It just looked like he was gonna fart.
America. Okay? There ain't no communism in this country. Socialism
You're right.
has no place.
Yeah.
Then what's
You wanna
Social
sit
Security
there
then, you
and get in
dumb
your
fuck?
feelings and say that I'm just mindless
What's
and just
Medicare?
following the herd.
Medicaid.
No, motherfucker, you are. Why?
So once again, nerdies, I'm not the sheep. You're the sheep.
Information that will
The dude's name is TikTok is Red, White, and Blonde.
believe.
All right, red, white, and blonde. Let me stop and talk to you here for a second, buddy. Let's have a chat. White man to black man, white privilege to black. You're fucked. All right, so as my privileged white man self, I'm gonna ask you.
I found that a lot funnier than I probably should have.
I'm gonna ask you one simple question, red, white, and blonde. What's with all the austerity measures, bruh? You know that's like in the socialist handbook, right? Is government spending and depending on the government for programs like Social Security and shit like that. How about your little tax breaks is essentially allowing you to renege on some of them taxes to the government? You think that ain't socialist? You like we gonna talk about that? Because your president was like, oh yeah, I'm all gung-ho about this shit. And then here's what's ironic. Most of us actually agreed with the austerity measure shit he was doing. We just didn't like him. So, just want to point out, if most Americans could have their way, the tax returns wouldn't be going anywhere. I think the saddest reality here is no matter what we do, those tax returns are going bye-bye.
Yeah.
And that's the real tragedy here. Who really got fucked in the end of the day? The people who wanted free tax returns. And more money just to themselves. And you know what? In some capacity, for all the shit we were through from like 9/11 to all this different shit, especially during like the COVID pandemic, I feel like when it comes to a stimulus check, we fucking earned that shit. Like, let's not sit here and act like that was quote unquote given to us.
Yeah.
To some degree, we've earned it with all the shit we've endured. And, with all that, man, I'm with you. I ain't about, like, full-on socialism or anything like that. But when it comes to things like austerity measures, when it comes to things like the tax returns your president wanted, I can't get enough of it. I think it's the best fucking idea America's had in a long time. In some ways, I feel like at times I'm getting a taste, just like that sliver taste of what my grandparents had with FDR. I think this might have been what it tasted like, what it felt like. And I want more, and I'm so pissed off that I'm not going to get more. So could you please make some fucking sense?
It's like it's like what really is going on with the whole millennials thing. Because one tweet put it at best. We as kids were promised that if we worked hard and we basically do a lot of good, we study, we pass school and everything, we will be given a promised thing. A family, a house, a car, something to retire on. A good, stable lifestyle. But we never got it because we did everything we could. However, our parents and their parents' parents have screwed everything up to the point to where we can't even afford the lowest rent possible, or basic amenities like food and water and electricity. We were promised all that. And now we're not going to get it. And we're pissed about it because you threw the economy into such a shamble.
Yeah, no, like the tax returns and the stimulus were the first real time I felt like those promises were kept.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because like fucking, I wouldn't be able to afford a new bicycle if I was just stuck with the $180 so left of my monthly SSI check after rent, bills, and 200 or so bucks set aside for food. I wouldn't be able to afford it straight up, especially when over the summer my bicycle is broken and I have no means of trying to go around and tend to my needs of food and water and all that without taking a lot of time to do it and a lot of energy to do it. Because I have to rely on my bike in order to go to the store and back at such a quick notice. Or having to travel considerably far and having to get something that I need. Like, it was very difficult trying to carry 2 fucking box fans from a dollar store a mile and a half down the hill from me without a bicycle. I wouldn't be able to deal with this just on 180 extra spending bucks alone. It was difficult. That stimulus ended up having to help me out.
Yeah, it was like the thing. It's like, in a crisis situation, I think the one thing I actually found sexy and appealing in regards to interests of the American people was the idea that we would say, fuck the national deficit and actually focus on this crisis and giving people money they need.
And it hasn't happened.
Yeah. And like now they're saying, what about the national deficit? And I'm thinking, what about my M1 Garand? That thing hasn't tasted blood in a while.
All right. Why don't we finish this up?
back
We've
to
been
this
at this for
fella's
about
rant.
2 hours. Holy shit.
I don't know.
All right. Let's click to this.
Have a sack to fucking look into it. Because you're scared. You're scared that you're going to end up being proved wrong. You're scared you're going to look foolish.
Thank you for cutting off.
I made a point that that's why they should do it, Blonde. Because we do look like cowards on the offset if we don't let you make fools out of yourselves.
For a second, I woke up in the greatest country in the world. On November 3rd, I woke up in the greatest country in the world. And on January 21st, I will wake up in the greatest country in the world. Joe Biden would have us believe that we are in for a dark, dark winter and that America will no longer be America. But I, alongside 75+ million other American patriots, will not let that happen. The media has never and will never decide who our next president will be. That will be
Except in 2016 when you let them.
How you gonna do that? You gonna drive around in a truck passing around bottles of water to homeless people that lost their jobs?
Just as sure as her name is Gaius Caligula.
Okay, so one point I want to make here, right? She's sitting here talking about how she'll wake up in the greatest country in the world, talking about how Joe Biden will have them believing they're going to be living in the darkest country in the history of ever. Right. So what's so dark about a future where we help each other out when the government's fucking us in the ass? There's a little saying New Yorkers have. What is it? It's like, oh yeah, we're New Yorkers. When shit hits the fan, we've got each other's backs. Why don't other states have that?
Depends on the state.
Why don't other states go, yeah, we're West Virginians. Fucking shit hits the fan, we're ready to kick some ass. Or Ohioans. We're fucking Ohioans. We made the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, they say, and then they don't help anybody.
I wish I could say the same about my state, but all we provide is corn,
okay,
woods,
so
and Mike Pence.
My whole point is you have to make a case for me why it's going to be a dark future if Americans help each other out instead of depending on people to help them.
I hope God it's not because of selfishness, like, what do I get in return?
Mm-hmm.
I hope it's not that.
Man, wouldn't it be a brighter future if we don't ask that question sometime?
Wouldn't be, maybe.
Okay.
Okay, before we start here, I want you to go back a little bit because I need you guys to have the context for the statement that she's about to make because it's one hell of a statement.
Your time is coming because someone was watching you, and I'm not just talking about God. We have the greatest plumber ever elected into the office of the United States, Donald J. Trump.
Okay, first of all, the greatest plumber ever is Mario. That's number one. Number two, and more importantly, if you describe your hero as the greatest plumber ever, you're setting your standards pretty low there.
At least plumbers make money instead of tanking the economy.
I get why she would say that though, because we're trying to relate this guy to the working masses, which would be working like dead end jobs like plumber and shit. Like
Yeah, I mean, and obviously it's a play in the whole drain the swamp. Drain the swamp thing, but it's like, oh my! When I saw this video, I was like, wait, what? You're really gonna? You
really thought he drained the swamp, or we drained the swamp?
I can guarantee you that
the greatest plumber in the world is the president of the United States. Okay, Super Mario.
I can guarantee you that before this moment, nobody had ever referred to Donald Trump as the greatest plumber in the world.
He peddled a lot of shit. If that's what
that role literally belonged to Super Mario. He's like, Mamma mia, it's taking my fucking the street cred.
Oh, God. And then Mario fucking kicks his... Because remember, Mario's actually not from Italy. He's from Brooklyn. And they don't play.
Yeah, they don't play. They don't play. Brooklyn will fucking beat your ass. In fact, Super Mario probably has ties with the mafia. You think he fucking dealt with Bowser by like jumping on Goombas and shit? No, he paid... he paid... I mean, fucking... He paid the fucking... he paid the fucking Corleone family like shitloads of money to fucking whack Koopa.
Have you ever seen the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Oh God!
Yes, I have.
It's a fucking trip. Like,
That
oh
movie
my
is
God!
a
Like,
fucking trip.
it's like, wait. This is. I don't remember any of this in the games, but okay, sure, why not?
I loved it so much that I hated it. Like,
I know.
All right, want to continue on?
And
There we
he's
go.
about to make the final drain of the swamp. Because at long last, we finally have a president who puts America first.
He's gonna flush the toilet finally.
Gonna flush the toilet.
All the evil thrown his way.
He could have
And
done
now
that
it's
4
time
years
for us
ago.
To have his.
Yeah.
So hey, Democrats, don't tread on me,
He
because
could
if you want
have
America,
drained a
you
swamp
can
during
come
those
take
4
it.
years. But instead, he
Bitch, don't tread on me, because I won America.
Yeah, about to say. Remember, this is one of those people I told you about. The people who don't tread on me, who have never been tread on in their entire life.
Yeah.
never dealt with a BDSM bitch before.
Yeah.
Because there's the thing, right? I don't hate the Gadsden flag. I don't care how many white supremacists wave it and things like that. What it stands for will always reign true. Mm-hmm. And I wish the Tread Upon would just take it back, because it's ours.
Yeah.
That flag is talking about us. That flag is talking about the people who are always tread on. That's
I like the version of the flag
our
with...
fucking flag they're using, and we should be mad about it.
Yeah. I like the version of the flag with the anthro snake. I like that one better.
Yeah, tread on me, please, Daddy. That's my.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
I feel like Fur Affinity wanted to subtly say, "Hey, we're taking it back."
That reminds me. The Eagle ad is back on Fur Affinity.
The Eagle ad. Oh shit.
Okay, so
I want to make a point when furries actually said, "Hey, we got to wear these all day and fucking them. Quit bitching about wearing a mask."
Yeah, I remember that. But no. So ever since the Affordable Care Act became a thing, there has always been an ad that goes up around the time of the healthcare deadline. And I don't know who the hell paid for this ad. I don't know if it's the U.S. government or not. But it's like this bald ego chick in a bikini that's like, "Hey, the deadline to enroll for healthcare is December 15th. You wouldn't fuck an eagle without insurance, would you?" Or something like that. That ad came back this year, and now it has a male variant. So,
do we have?
I got to have the shit.
Do we have porn? Do we have porn of the eagle?
Yes,
yes, absolutely.
I follow several artists, and they've done pinups of the eagle, mostly around the 4th of July.
Yeah, I mean,
bro, one of our guys is actually like in the military, and I remember what he had commissioned was like this uber thick female eagle.
I think I've seen this one
with like the American flag, and I remember how he commented. He's like, thighs so thick you could have them for Thanksgiving dinner. That was something he said.
Yeah, I think I've seen that pic, but yeah.
This was a fucking veteran that commissioned that furry ass shit, so you ain't got room to talk. Yeah, furries are veterans too.
Yeah. But seriously, whoever made those ads, they know their fucking target audience. I don't know if it's the fucking government or whoever, but they know their audience. All right, so let's do one more video. I think there's only one possible video we can watch to end this.
By the way, I do want to make a point to the audience. It's not disgusting to normalize that. It's honest.
Yeah. So we're going to end this the only way I think we can know how. We're at the highlights of Rudy's magical mystery tour stop in Michigan.
Magical
Alright.
mystery tour.
I was a challenger down at TCF, and
It's
I did
Cobo
experience
Hall.
a lot of things of what people are saying. There was intimidation. There was the cock blocking.
The cock blocking.
Cock blocking.
On December 1st and 2nd, hearings were held in front of the committee's Michigan State legislator. They were normally looking to the legislature. However, they turned into crazy magic hope with the. They absolutely did. You guys are in for a fucking treat if you haven't seen these videos yet.
On Monday, November 23rd, 2020,
Freedom.
I attended a
Freedom.
Stop the Steal U.S. rally
Thank
in
you,
Vance
Ben.
in Michigan.
What is
Liberals
this
expect
tan?
us to respect the vote, as one of their signs said, as certified by corrupt government officials. 2 Democrats and 2 Republicans on the board of canvassers. 3-0 certified with 1 abstention, declaring Biden successful in this election.
We already knew all this, of course.
They
but,
should
okay.
respect the truth. The truth is Biden and his co-conspirators, i.e. Michigan's executive branch, corrupt politicians, Governor
This claim
Whitmer,
about election fraud
Attorney
is
General
disputed.
Nessel, and Secretary of State Benson definitely stole this election in 2020, and most likely in 2018 with Dominion ballot machines.
We did not use
I would
Dominion
also
machines in
speculate
Michigan.
The Democrats did the same in
No,
2008.
where did
Claim
they
about
use
election
one?
fraud is disputed.
Obama's reign of destruction in America.
They actually used those voting machines in states where Trump won,
Please,
right?
please,
Oh
please,
God, NTD.
please, sir. Please, sir. Please, sir.
We're
Please,
banging
sir.
the gavel.
Please, sir.
God damn it.
Shut up.
So my question though is on Wayne County.
Welcome to the Senate Oversight Committee.
Look at this guy's hat.
Thank you, committee. I am so happy.
Oh, there goes the hat.
That was a woman.
This is my prize right here. This is the winner who won the election.
You just called her a guy, Helios.
I apologize for the misgendering.
Does that classify?
It was voter fraud at its finest, pure and calculated fraud. And I wouldn't be surprised if people up here was involved. But this young man right here, Senator McDaniel, Donald, I got to give you kudos. I see you're interested in this. And Senator Thies, I have to give you kudos because I see you're really paying attention. I wish Senator Lucido was here because I say he's paying attention. And now I think you will pay attention. And I plead the blood of Jesus over this fraud, and that everybody that was part of it and know about it will be convicted, and they soul and they spirit, they won't sleep, they won't eat until they come right. Thank you, Jesus. Amen.
That last part is not.
You're attempting
Here's
to
the man
so why
himself.
is it not part of that?
I will ask that he be disciplined for that. First of all, first of all, what he said is untrue. Second, that is a defamation of my professional character.
We're going to come back to this a little bit later, I
Do you
think.
allow that? Do you allow that to happen in your legislature?
As I said,
reported.
As I said, Representative, let's keep it limited to the germane issue here. So,
Dr. Michael Dubiel.
Whoops.
What was that
And
shit?
on deck
That was
is
someone's
Brandon
iPhone alarm.
Oh fuck.
Gio Kabasi.
That'll be scary.
Mullet! Get a mullet alert here.
Oh gee. Holy shit.
Looking
I
like
thought the
that
bullets
nerd
died
guy
with the
from The
2000s.
Walking Dead.
Right off the bat, I saw table supervisors distinguished with the emblem on the chest, wearing political statements. Saw Black Lives Matter on masks. I saw
The
T-shirts,
bullets died
undershirts
like
wearing
before the
Black Lives
2010s
Matter,
even arrived.
which is
How the
I didn't
fuck?
know was
So, because they
I
support
did not see
BLM,
anything
they
Trump,
couldn't be
but I saw
trusted
a
to
lot of
uphold the
masks
integrity of
that
the
said
election, huh?
BLM.
Yeah, we're going to come back to this in a bit,
Don't
but
forget
yeah.
the rhinestones.
The rhinestones. The rhinestones!
Senator Santana, please.
Rhinestones.
You
Michael
mentioned
Jackson?
That some of the people had on shirts that
Rhinestone
said
Cowboys?
black
Ram
people
Ranch
matter,
really
right?
rocks.
Or what did you
Black
say?
Lives
Black Lives
Matter.
Matter. Yeah. Okay.
There you
Did
go, that's
anybody
it.
have on a shirt that said "Vote for this person, vote for that person"?
not that I was aware of.
Okay. Thank you, Chair.
That's all
But
that matters.
distinguished on the face masks, and it was. I want to make this clear. It was underneath the T-shirt of the table supervisors. It wasn't outward. It was underneath the T-shirt.
How would
that they
you
were
know that?
I understand.
Yeah, how would you know that?
He hacked into the system.
With all due respect, I mean,
I
we're just trying to
sexually
enforce
harassed
black
her
vote for
respectively.
Trump. So I mean,
I don't
I
believe
saw
that.
everything.
I don't believe that there is a statute that prohibits the wearing of
Or maybe he picked him up because he's a
political
Discord
candidate
moderator.
shirts. So
What I'm holding in my hand are
Yeah.
affidavits.
The
These are
affidavit.
sworn under oath. They have the power of evidence.
No, they don't.
Because they're sworn under oath.
That's
These
just a
are-
bunch
these
of
are the things
paper.
on which you bring indictments.
Unless you got video of
and
this
they
shit,
allege
credible
massive
video.
cheating,
That's just going to
particularly
be
on the part of the Democrat
just
Party
worthless.
of Detroit, to the extent of easily 5, 6, 700,000 illegal votes.
Easily 5, 6, 700,000.
That didn't even happen. Hell, voter turnout.
I have a lot of respect. I
we
still have a
only
lot of
reached
respect
there.
for this country, and I don't believe in racism as like the mainstream media narrative. And the fact that
I just want to
now,
go
as,
home. I
the
just
other
want to play
representative said that you
COD.
can actually show up and vote without an ID. It's shocking.
He doesn't
How
actually look
can
like
you
he's too
allow
happy
that
to be
to
there.
happen? Like,
Why do you think I was making the
a lot
joke?
of people think all
Yeah.
Indians look alike. I think all Chinese look alike. So how would you?
Wait,
tell
hold
me?
on,
I
hold
don't
on.
believe in
Hold
racism.
on.
I think all Chinese look alike, and I don't believe in racism. I think all Chinese look alike, and I don't believe
Wait
in
a
racism. I
minute.
think all Chinese look alike.
I struggled to get two, and I said to our
I don't
attorney,
believe in
Tim
racism,
Tim
but I know
Griffin, said,
Chinese all look alike.
You know, Gonzo, I think we got to do it one more time.
I struggled to get two, and I said to our attorney, Tim Griffin.
Does that get the point across?
Yeah, I think
you
you got it.
challenge anything. He goes, Chris, you got to get at least something in the poll book that you challenged it. And I said, I'll push it until I get arrested. Well, lo and behold, I didn't get arrested. They didn't put cuffs on me, but I was pulled out of there for about 20 minutes by 3 police officers.
My question, Ms. Jacobs, is Judge Kenny has ruled that your testimony in court is incorrect and not
That was a hell of a
credible.
sound.
So why should we believe anything that you said here today?
Ooh. That was pretty good. That was
So
pretty
my
good.
question for you is, you know, you're making claims here today that there's systematic fraud in what's going on in our elections. Are the courts also tied up in that fraud?
Let me tell you what I did by accident.
Oh,
okay?
God.
I gave Channel
Yep.
7 an interview that they tied in to that and made me the
She has
winner.
criminal charges.
Yep.
Harass, send sex videos to boyfriend's ex.
I just want to say,
As
this
I
isn't new,
understand
right?
your
No.
Normally, when people have that like aggressive Karen-esque attitude, or for example, let's go for something that people are politically leaned against. That guy in Canada that kicked the phone out of the hand of a woman that was anti-abortion, and when he asked her a question if she was anti-abortion, and he went like, "Well, let me ask you a question. Let's say if a woman is so many months along in a pregnancy and she's a young woman and she's like, oh, I'm too young to have this baby. Think she should keep it? Like, so the woman would go on to say, well, it's an infant, it's a baby, it's a child, it's a human life. You think I'm going to renege on my values just because of the age of the person? Like, I think that's what she was going to say. In which case, personal opinion, I think it's utterly disgusting that people want people to have a child when they've been raped. That's just none of your fucking concern whatsoever.
It normally, after the birth, it stops being a concern because they're basically on their own.
Oh yeah, that's another thing too. You want to stop the abortion of the child, but where the child winds up after it's born is none of your concern. That is something I've always hated about the anti-abortion movement. You talk about the immorality of aborting a fetus, but you don't talk about the immorality of the life that fetus will live if they're rejected.
All right.
And on that note, let's get back to the Gong Show here.
Yeah.
All right.
You're saying about
I got it.
14 days before the election, your supervisor, Carla, told you that people could vote without
My previous
ID.
point is a lot of people like that tend to have criminal charges. There we go.
And you said that for your peace of mind, you insisted that people provide ID. Are you aware that people in Michigan can vote without identification? In fact, I've always voted that way.
That's very true. We don't have voter ID laws here in Michigan.
Yeah, so, well, here.
You're not aware of them?
Members of the audience, please, let's be respectful. Thank you.
I'm thinking back of that one anime.
This guy is really unintentionally roasting this lady, and I feel bad for him because he looks like he feels bad for her.
14 days, 0 to 14 days, that is the restricted registration time. You have to have the ID.
I'm thinking back of that one
and
anime
also
clip.
the
I'll
proof
splice
of
it somewhere.
residency. And if you don't have the driver's license, you have to submit an affidavit, and also you have to have a passport or something, photo ID. That's my understanding.
Okay, you're confused. Thank you.
Yep.
I was challenger down at TCF.
In Ohio, here we
and
have
I did
ID
experience a lot
requirements,
of
and
things
I
of what people are saying.
sent
there
my social
was
security number.
intimidation. There was the cock blocking.
I still have
there
cock
was
blocking.
being able to see
I'm
the
sorry, what?
actual,
Hold on, let me
process.
rewind that bit.
I just want to say, she looked... that was a good point to pause it on.
Yeah, this guy's a spitting image of Eggman.
I was about to back it up just to hear that
Does
again.
he sound like Dr. Eggman?
Which Dr. Eggman, though?
You'll see. But yeah, if you want to square that out, she does say the cock blocking was going on there at Kobo.
She looks like a fucking school teacher. I thought this was just gonna be like some regular, household mom who was concerned, and then the word cock blocking comes out of her mouth.
Yep. Yeah, go ahead.
Jesus.
I will say this: Trump supporters are really good at transcending stereotypes. They give you something you don't expect.
They certainly are. Yeah. All right.
Press and play.
Yeah, what I saw was disturbing. I could see how people could be.
Okay,
in a
Dr.
very
Robotnik.
large room. It's really hot. I had a little thermometer with me to check my temperature through the course of the day.
Doesn't sound like any
85
of them.
degrees.
Jesus.
Could somebody please
Whatever you
SFM
wanna say
animate
about Dominion,
Dr. Robotnik
read its
there
history.
on the stand
Read the
about a
history of
thermometer?
Dominion, and you'll get an idea of what a crooked company it is, which maybe is the reason they don't want to show up here. They really don't want to tell you that the two of them that own it are Venezuelans, and they brought the two Smartmatic owners. They brought the two guys who are Canadians down to meet.
Oh, now the Canadians are
Chavez
involved.
just 2 years ago.
Fuck.
Okay.
The Canadians are involved.
Guys.
Okay. This is what we brought up in our
I want to
previous.
point out that we made it worse by involving the Canadians.
Yes. And once again, Rudy's claiming they met Hugo Chavez in 2018. Never mind, he's been dead since 2013.
Quakey's gonna be like, Nani the fuck? I mean, I didn't even vote for Trudeau, but why the fuck are the Canadians involved with this?
I don't know.
What the fuck? Canadians. Something must be up if they are.
You just like look
how
at
we
Justin
are, like,
Trudeau shaking hands with Maduro.
Oh God.
Maybe they just decided, oh, maybe we'll vote the election so maybe we'll rig the election so that way not a swarm of people is going to come up to fucking Canada and overwhelm our fucking sites.
There's some shit they say that just sounds like it would make a funny photoshopped image. I just want to see just like a deep faked image of Justin Trudeau with like Hugo Chavez or fucking Nicolas Maduro. It'd be so funny.
And then post it on poll and watch them all go nuts.
Yeah, please.
Oh Lord. Okay, now to press play.
Yep.
Reminding
Once
us
again,
that
Canadians down
death
to
in
meet
2013, as we pointed out,
Hugo Chavez is fucking dead.
for 5
Representative
years.
Camilleri.
4 to
Thank you,
5
Mr. Chair.
years.
Mr. Giuliani, this committee heard testimony from a bipartisan group of county clerks in Michigan. One was a Democrat and 2 were Republicans. They testified that they found no
NTT's
evidence
audio
whatsoever
shit.
of widespread irregularities in this election.
love
And they
this.
lauded the municipal clerks and their teams who run elections in Michigan for their tireless effort and commitment to free, fair, and safe elections. Your team has now lost 39 court cases in the aftermath of the election, with judges ruling that there is inadequate evidence to support the sweeping claims that you are making and repeating here tonight, and the unprecedented relief that you are seeking. Yesterday, we learned that U.S. Attorney General William Barr has similarly found no evidence whatsoever of widespread irregularities that are worth investigating.
Now he's fired.
If our local clerks, state and federal judges across the country,
mind, he resigned.
and the highest-ranking law enforcement official in the United States cannot find any substance to or any merit in any
Here
of
it
your
comes.
arguments,
Here it comes.
why should we? Why should we sit here in the show that you are partaking in and taking around the country if no one has found any evidence whatsoever of any of your wrongdoing? And why should we not believe the reported attempts of you to try to seek a pardon from the president?
Oh.
What was the last part?
That last part is not.
You're attempting to seek a pardon, so why is this not part of that?
I will ask that he be disciplined for that.
That's what got Rudy.
The poll book is completely
Oh, thank
off.
God. A different audio.
Completely off.
That way I don't have to deal
That
with
poll-
audio bursts of screech.
I'd say that poll book is off by over 100,000. That poll book. Why don't you look at the registered voters on there? How many registered voters are on there?
This was an accredited
Do
witness.
you even know the answer to that?
No, I guess
This was the person you said was batting to court for you Trump supporters.
My
You will
question
never be
then
able to live that down.
Is if the
Guess how many? Wait.
Wear it with pride.
What about
You
how? What
supported
about
Karen.
the turnout rate?
The Karen is like
120%.
Let's let Representative Johnson ask his question.
Jesus
the
H.
poll book number. Okay, there's two things that could happen here.
It's like, God
Either
damn it,
the
why'd I
poll
pick
book
the
number-
fucking Karen?
If ballots
Shit.
were counted multiple times, there's two options.
Republican
Option
Representative
number
Stephen
one
Johnson, by the way.
is that the poll book numbers are not going to match.
They don't.
The actual. Not by thousands and thousands of votes. That's not what we see right now.
You
That-
take
that's
a look
option number
again.
one.
Take a look again.
Option number two
I'm
is
about
that
to speak to your manager.
essentially
You're about to be
we're filling
fucking
in names of people who
fired.
didn't
All right. If I
Dead
was this
people,
guy,
too?
if I was this guy, I'd look her in the face stoic. I'll be like, bitch, I'll look at 42 times over and I still won't see anything different. You will go home tomorrow and complain about how people are selling things you don't like at Walmart.
Or not having the thing you want at Walmart.
Or how they're making you wear a mask every time you go into Walmart. And you know what? We're going to do nothing about those things either.
The only way you won't be wearing a mask in a Walmart is if you actually have a medical condition, which I got a friend who lives
This poor man.
in I got a friend who also lives in your state,
He just-
Sharp, who lives in the Greenville area.
Greenville?
Yeah. And
Okay.
he ended up having congestive heart failure.
Oh, poor man.
Yeah, he survived, but he ended up telling me this because he invited me over to his house. He cannot be able to wear a mask because with the congestive heart failure, he's coughing up excessively, trying to be able to get carbon dioxide out and oxygen in. So he has a medical reason for that.
If that's the case, I sincerely hope he has family members that can help do his grocery
Yeah.
shopping for him.
Yeah, he does.
I don't want to sit here and act like I'm a heartless bastard. Like, woe to the world! I don't see your concerns. I absolutely
it
do.
is not. It is not going to be like that because he has a genuine reason. He has an actual reason. Bitches like the Karen here are just going to be signing. It just makes me claustrophobic and it makes it hard to breathe when Stephen Science says you can't. It doesn't hinder it. But if it does hinder you, you do have an underlying condition and you shouldn't even be out about it at all.
I will admit, the worst this thing has kind of done for me is if I'm exerting myself or working all day, it feels like it becomes thinner to breathe. But I think that's because I'm trying to breathe through a layer of cloth. It's kind of like how when you cover yourself with a comforter for too long and you feel like you're suffocating under it even though you're not. It's like that.
Yeah.
It's all in your head. Now, before I use that as a dismissing phase, like many people with mental health would say, yeah, no shit, how do I get it out of my head?
Yeah, that's something we wish we can offer, but I don't even.
Yeah.
We're not even qualified professionals. We're just
Yeah.
three idiots on the internet, and one of us is he's a political science major, so that's not going to be useful.
The only accredited person here. I'm a joke.
Thank you very much. I do try my best.
I have actually asked this guy some hard-hitting questions, though, before, which I think sets up my qualification as a potential candidate for a poli-sci degree if I went for it.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
All right.
Let's finish off the old video here.
So is that
Let
your
Representative
suggestion?
Johnson ask his question, and then when
I
he's
thought that
done,
was his answer. Okay.
Well, I guess that's my question here is why we're not seeing the poll book off by 30,000 votes. That's not the case.
What did you guys do? Take it and do something crazy to it?
Yeah, we take it to a
That's
take it to
crazy,
a hotel
Parker.
room and try to have sex with it
Look
while lying
at
down
that.
while Borat films in another room.
Did you see how she was like, "Want you to do something crazy tonight?" And it had her like fucking mouth open. It's just like, bitch. Like, I can't even. Trump supporters, please. This is your one saving grace. The one thing that will make me hug you. Please don't tell me you take this bitch seriously.
Even Rudy was trying to get her to shut up.
Like you have an out. You have an out here. Rudy was trying to get her to shut the fuck up. So here, if you're like, yeah, this bitch made us look worse, I will fucking kiss you.
All right, let's try and continue on. I'm gonna press play.
Is accusing this Trump-endorsed douchebag of stealing the election for Biden. Yeah,
it's strange. I
I'm
didn't
just
even
saying
know
the
about
numbers
that.
are not off by
He was
30,000
actually endorsed
votes.
by Trump.
So
I know what
I
I saw.
didn't know that.
I know
He
what
just
I
felt like an
saw,
ordinary
and I signed
representative.
something
Yeah, he's a
saying
Republican
that if
representative.
I'm wrong, I can go to prison.
He seems pretty ordinary.
Did you?
comparatively.
Okay,
I'm just trying to ask you.
let me.
legitimate-
You know what's ironic?
Hmm?
As fucking retarded as she sounded, that's a good point. There's nothing requiring that any election official tells the truth.
No, they're all sworn under. I think they're all under penalty of perjury, actually. So there is.
There's that. I mean.
Yeah. So she signs an affidavit, and they're all under penalty of perjury. I'm pretty sure the people that work the ballot boxes and all that shit are under that shit too.
Yeah,
I think this is just by standard. Any handling of a federal election whatsoever is automatically required by law to be integral. So
yeah,
everyone is sworn under oath. Just because you didn't sign an affidavit does not mean you are not sworn by some other penalty under the law. Because an affidavit is, I'm making this claim under penalty of perjury. And then just a claim for penalty of perjury is, I am being as honest as I possibly can under penalty of perjury.
Yeah.
That's the only difference between the two, I'm pretty sure.
I think so, yeah.
Affidavit, you're making a claim. Sworn under oath, you're required to tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many differences, as you can see. They're very synonymous with each other, in fact.
Yeah.
See, that was something I didn't know. Actually, I did not know that many members of our Congress are sworn under oath to tell the truth in these instances. But Big Brain Sharp here probably should have known that, because it's the only thing that makes sense. I'm going to take the L on that one.
All right.
A question here.
Yeah, let's let Representative Johnson ask his question, and then don't interrupt him, and then if you want to respond to it, that's fine. Did you have more, Representative?
Yeah, I guess I just want to keep following back up with the poll book. So are we saying that the poll book is either wildly off, or that they are filling in names?
It's wildly off, and dead people voted, and illegals voted.
Okay.
So that's my answer.
It's the thing. It's the thing. I know how people are like hung up on this whole illegals voted thing. I don't actually know if that's true.
It's not. It's really not.
I'm pretty sure unless you are a registered citizen in the United States, you are not allowed to vote.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and I doubt there'll be illegals coming up to finding. Do people
Yeah,
actually
like,
go as far as Michigan?
And that's fair, because if you're not going to be living and staying here, why do you get to decide the country's elections?
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't have to live
also,
with the consequences
Gonzo,
of
to
that.
answer your whether or not illegals try to get through Michigan, I actually did ask that question to a ICE Border Patrol guy once. They actually do. Like, there's quite a few people that do. Like, for example, the 9/11 hijackers all actually came in through the northern U.S. border, because we don't have as much security up there, because who's been sneaking through Canada, but there are some people that will actually come in illegally through Canada. It's not as much as the southern border, but it does happen. But
yeah, so that would basically be like a weak spot in our immigration system, is the fact that we don't think anybody would come in illegally through Canada.
I mean, we do,
but
it
does explain it.
So let me get this straight. We're focusing on a border wall at the border of Mexico.
Yes.
But we're not even focusing on Canada.
No. Like, no one really cares about the northern border at all.
So, in theory, Mexicans could hike across that ridge to Canada and immigrate through there instead of constantly trying to come through the wall.
Yeah, they could just fly up to Canada and come on down to the north.
Or take a boat. Like, I mean, they take boats from Cuba to Florida so they can seek sanctuary here.
Yeah,
so
yeah, okay. Let's deal
there
with
we go.
Rudy's fucking.
I will ask that he be disciplined for that. First of all, the answer that I gave you is they didn't.
That really was the
interview
fart.
A single witness, just like you.
Rudy being so
Twice.
mad, he
Just
fucking
like you.
shits his pants.
Single witness.
And it's worth that second look. Slow down a little bit to be like, did you just fucking let?
I don't believe in racism.
And one more
I think all
time.
Chinese look alike. Racism,
There's such
I
a
think all
brilliant
Chinese look
juxtaposition
alike.
there.
And I don't
love
believe
it.
in
It's just
racism.
about
I
a
think all
half
Chinese
hour
look
apart,
alike.
judging from the timestamps.
Yeah.
I don't believe in racism, but I think all Chinese look alike.
That's brilliant. I love it. I
Hour
love
each
it.
other, Jesus.
Beautiful.
All right.
All right. So I think that's all we're going to get through tonight. This is only like a small sampling of all the various MAGA meltdown, cringe, cope videos, whatever. You can find more of them on YouTube. But seriously, check out the Mike Blaze MAGA guy. That guy is like special. He is. Again, I know it's very tempting to look at him and think, oh, he's just a parody, just trying to get in clicks. No, he's like complete legit. I can't really explain it, but
we're not actually going to discourage you from looking at a lot of this stuff. Look at it. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's pretty entertaining stuff and gets you like a good idea. If you're wondering, wait a minute, why are these guys willing to sabotage the Georgia runoffs? This does gives you like some legit insight into kind of their mindset going into those races. There's quite a bit of betrayal in their own minds, at least.
Yeah.
All right. Now to conclude this recording and call it a night. Holy shit, 2.5 hours.
Man,